Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, Mona Lisa and the Blood Moon. So it's about a girl who escaped from an asylum, a mental asylum, who has like some sort of powers, unusual powers, and she tries to make it on her own in New Orleans. I don't know, just saw it. I saw it, I had it on my list, watching TikTok. Some guy, I wish I should have, I messed this up. Some guy said he watched 11 movies this week. Like, I watch one movie every night, right? So I watch 7 movies a week. He watched 11. How do you get the other 4 in? What does he do? Anyway, I mean, whatever. So I'm jealous, obviously. Kate Hudson's in it. Craig Robinson in it. Ed Skrein in it. I thought I saw somebody else in it. Maybe not, but pretty good, you know, a couple of names there. It is 6.1 on IMDb, but only 1,165 people said. But what he said in his video about, he was talking about the 11 movies, and some of them he rewatched and stuff like that, but this one he saw for the first time. He said, if you're in the mood for something unusual, I don't necessarily think I'm in the mood for something unusual, but I'm intrigued. So let's see what it is. So stick around, I'll let you know what I think. Hey everybody, I want to do a quick check-in here. We're watching Mona Lisa and the Blood Moon. We're at the 56-minute 17 seconds, so over halfway. Essentially, it's kind of what they said, that this girl in her young 20s has escaped from an asylum. I didn't see him yet. Yeah, so she has escaped from an asylum, and she has mind control abilities. So, you know, we're learning a little bit more and more about her, but that's how it all starts out. She runs into Kate Hudson, who kind of brings her in to you know, to live with her. Kate Hudson's not a working girl. She's a dancer, and so she brings her in, but she's also using her because she has that mind control ability. Craig Robinson is like a cop, right? So he's a cop. He runs into her on the first night, and he's kind of investigating everything. And that's really what's going on. I mean, there's a lot more to it, of course, but that's your general gist. It's interesting. The girl doesn't, you know, she's probably been in the institution or the asylum for many, many years. I think they said it, but you can tell by the way she acts. She's like new to the world. And she's listening to whatever Kate Hudson's character says and does. So we'll see where it goes from here, but you can kind of get an idea that, you know, I don't know. I'm not gonna speculate. But so far, pretty cool. It's not really unusual. At first, I thought it was pretty interestingly shot. There were some cool beginning scenes that I was like, okay, like just, I guess, cinematography. I don't know, like whatever. You'll see that when it starts, and like the moon and stuff like that. But otherwise, it's nothing crazy unusual to this point. So, I mean, it's your classic girl with mind control movie. So we'll see where it goes. Stick around, I'll be back. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of Mona Lisa, Mona Lisa and the Blood Moon, right? I don't know, Blood Moon doesn't really have much to do with it. I mean, there's some good shots of the moon throughout the movie. I don't know, gotta get the connection. But anyway, it kind of, like I said in the beginning, or sometime that the fellow I watched said, if you're in the mood for something unusual. Well, I don't feel it was that unusual. It was different. Don't get me wrong. It's creative. It's new. It's nothing. But it's not like, when I think of unusual, I think some of the other stuff that I've watched that really, like, you know, messes with you. You know, mind bending in a sense. But this was not. This was, again, a new creative plot line. And it was enjoyable. I liked it. It wasn't... The one thing that I liked about it, I'll say this, is this girl has... Is it telekinesis? Where you make mind control kind of thing? She has that. And it's a main plot, but it's not overly used, if that makes sense. Like, they can make it really ridiculous, and you can do all these other things. It's used. You know, obviously she uses her telekinesis. But it's not overbearing and ridiculous, I don't think. But here's one thing that I'll share. Ed Skrein. I just want to make sure I got his name. Ed Skrein, right? So remember before I was telling you who Kate Hudson plays. She plays the dancer. And Craig Robertson plays the cop. And I was like, I didn't see Ed Skrein yet. No, he was in it the whole time. And I loved that. Because I didn't put it together until like the third act. That who he was and who he played. And I loved him. And I loved him because of that. I like him. I like him as an actor. I think he's talented. But I didn't recognize him. I didn't notice him at all this whole time. You know, now of course you're going to go and you're going to pick it out right away because you haven't seen it yet. And I kind of blew that. But for me, I knew he was in the movie. You know, I just get lost and I enjoy the movie. And I'm like, oh. And I put it together. And I love his character. I do. At first I wasn't sure because I didn't know it was him. But I didn't know how I felt about the character altogether. You know, kind of seemed sketchy. But I ended up liking him. So, and I think part of it is because when I was like, oh, wait a minute. So, that was fun. That made it a lot of fun for me. So, check it out. It's worth the watch. It's nothing spectacular. I don't know how to say that, but I mean it's different. It's new, and I don't know. Held my interest the whole time. So. There you go. I don't know if I got anything else more to say about it. Hopefully I was helpful. If I was, thanks. If not, I apologize. Alright, that's it. Thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.